Nice. Before I start making this video, I want to say two quick things. Yeah, that smoke I just smoked out before the cigarette was a real nice hit of crack. And also, today, Tuesday the 12th, is officially my last day of smoking crack. And after pretty much today, I'm going to replace crack with LSD. So the only drugs I'm going to be doing is going to be weed, liquor, and LSD in moderation. Liquor and LSD in moderation, but weed I'm going to smoke at least 4 to 7 days a week. For now, I'm going to smoke weed every day, but I'm going to see if I can get to the point where I only smoke weed 3 to 4 days a week. Because I do want to sort of try to go some days being drug-free. And I'm thinking about trying to go drug-free, but it's going to take a while. Like for now, I need to smoke weed and shit and do LSD a few times. And then maybe after a few times of LSD and weed, then I could try to go drug-free for maybe a month or something, or a week. But I do want to try going drug-free at some point. That's not the point. The real point of the video is this. This video is going to be called The Stages of Loveism. So we're going to get right to the point right now. I'm going to talk about the first 2 stages, then I'm going to take a break, take another small hit, then we'll talk about the last one. So there's basically 3 stages of loveism mainly. Basically the first stage I'm going to explain is really with the beginner, which is nothing, which is 0 to 30%. 0 to 30% of loveism is basically just pretty much a basic regular level of love, no unconditional love, a little bit of self-love, but not much self-love. Like you have things about yourself that you don't like you see your flaws, you take your flaws real serious, and you kind of tend to put yourself down and hate yourself a little bit based on your flaws, and you only love some parts of yourself, but you don't love everything about yourself. That's 0 to 30% of loveism. Once you reach 30% to 200% loveism, this is the second stage of loveism. This is even the first. The first explain as 0 to 30% of God realization is basically loveism stage 0. 30% God realization to 200% God realization is Godism stage 1. So pretty much at the beginning, once you reach 30% God realization, you're going to pretty much start feeling bliss for the first time. And for the first time, you're going to be able to get high off life naturally without doing any drugs at all. Like you get high just by either walking around or expressing yourself or talking. Like for example, after I became 30% God realized, I started getting real high off life naturally, feeling massive levels of bliss, and I started getting real high expressing myself, expressing my spirituality, and especially expressing myself to girls. But when I was 30% to 200% God realized, I wasn't really that confident or knew anything about game or anything. I was basically an incel as an introvert, so I didn't really talk to girls much at the time. I was mainly talking to girls online. But yeah, when I would talk to girls online, I would get so high, I feel so good. And basically, I got a good game online over time. And then pretty much, alright, so yeah. So then the next stage of God realization is 200% to 600%. So basically, once you reach pretty much when I first met my master / God, that's my world, my best friend, Master / Lady Tiger. When we hung out for the first time, when I first met her, I was pretty much about between, I'll say I was like 200% God realized, maybe a little less, maybe a little bit more. Like I was pretty much between 180 to 210% God realized. Because during that time, I didn't know, I didn't have all the ism, so I wasn't ranking God realization levels. Basically at that time, I just thought I was fully enlightened. I just thought I was really enlightened to a high level, but I really wasn't at all what I thought I was. But after I hung out with Lady Tiger, and we talked about spirituality and stuff and everything. And we talked about so many things. She told me pretty much about a lot of things about her life, a lot of stories and stuff, pretty much. And pretty much after that day, after we hooked up and had sex and stuff, and after that day when we left, and I kissed her and she went to Uber, pretty much that day, I went from 200% God realized to 400% God realized. And basically, 200 to 400% God realization. So basically, at 200% God realization, you're pretty much already like have some loveism. Because out of the three isms, Godism 100%, loveism 50%, and moneyism 0%. Loveism is pretty much the ism that pretty much almost everybody automatically has to able to tap into. But pretty much once them tap into it, they have to become over 30% God realized. In order to be able to actually start tapping into loveism and actually start feeling bliss and getting high off life. So 240% God, 200% to 400% God realization, loveism, is basically at the point where you're starting to have sort of an idea of unconditional love. Like at this point, you pretty much love yourself completely for the most part, and you accept yourself a lot more than you ever did before for the most part. But you probably still have some flaws and qualities that you don't like about yourself. Like for example, you're still probably be a bit social, being with social anxiety. So to a certain degree, but not too much. You're probably gonna have general anxiety. You're probably gonna have some depression. And you're probably still gonna have your supplement problems. But for the most part, you're gonna be happy. You're gonna be way happier than ever before your life. You're basically gonna get to the same level of happiness you had in your childhood. That's 200 to 400 to 500% got realized. So that's the second stage of loveism. Now the third stage of loveism, which is 500% got realized to 800% got realized. Basically at that point, from 500 to 800% of God realization, stage 3 of loveism, you're basically going to start to be able, from 500% to 700%, you're going to start being able to tap to high levels of love. And basically at that point, you're going to pretty much love yourself entirely. Like you're going to accept yourself completely for who you are, as you are, flaws and all. You're going to pretty much feel like that your flaws are actually part of your perfection. And you're going to have way more confidence and self-worth, self-esteem and value and worth. And at that point, you're pretty much going to have a certain level of game and pickup naturally. And you're going to be able to pretty much help approach girls easily, to hold conversations with girls, hold high-value conversations with girls, get girls' number, and get sex pretty much easily. It'll be a lot easier for you to get hookups. Maybe you're an incel or an introvert and you become 500% got realized. You'll be able to get your first friends with benefits or sex buddy or girlfriend or masters at dom or slaves at sub. Whatever type of relationship you want with a woman, you'll be able to get at 500% got realized. And when you're pretty much close, when you're at 800% got realized, you're getting at that point from 700 to 800% got realized, but it's still stage 3. But at that point, 700% to 800% got realized. You're gonna be basically start tapping into unconditional love, and you're gonna fall in love with the entirety of reality, and you're gonna find out what God actually is with the word God and spirituality and enlightenment and God realization and love and universe and nature are actually pointing to in direct experience. You're gonna basically have that, and you're gonna pretty much be able to start expressing unconditional love and having unconditional love for yourself. But you're not gonna be able to express it at the highest level yet, but you're gonna be able to express it at a decent level to where you'll be able to get any girls attention and get a girl real interested and make her like you real fast within 5 minutes of expressing unconditional love. Because pretty much real quick, the only thing girls really, really want straight up is unconditional love from a guy, from a man that's not related to them. Like they want the same type of unconditional love they get from their father and mother from a man that's not related to them. And you could do that, then you can pretty much get any girl to be your girlfriend. And that's at pretty much 700, 800% realization. So now pretty much we're going to talk about 2 more stages. So I think that's stage 3 loveism. So let me tell you a bit. So stage 4 loveism is pretty between 900 and 1,000% God realization. Basically, at 900% God realization, your loveism is gonna be so powerful that you're gonna start having an actual aura of love, which you won't be able to see with your physical eyes, but you'll be able to feel it and sense it. And basically, at that point, at 900%, you're gonna put your aura, your loveism, that's your honest love, that's your aura of love. It's gonna be so powerful and big that it's gonna be probably at least a block to a block and a half wide. Like your aura of love, it's gonna be a block and a half, or even 2 blocks wide and long. That means basically when a girl gets within 2 blocks away from you, she's already gonna be able to start sensing your energy a bit, but she's not gonna know it's coming from you. But let's say she was walking that way, let's say you just hanging out in front of your building, smoking weed or whatever you do, angel dust, weed, cigarettes, drinking alcohol, or tripping on LSD or shrooms or DMT, whatever drug you're doing, or maybe you're just sober, hanging out. Maybe you have a business like I do, and you're standing in front of your building, giving out your business card to people, to everybody that walks by. Whatever you're doing, let's say you're just hanging out in front of your building, or whatever, and a girl pretty much enters within 2 blocks away from you. She's gonna start feeling your love. But she's not gonna know what it is, but she's gonna feel good. And when she gets to 1 block away from you, she's gonna feel even better and happy. She's gonna be in a real good mood. And then by the time she's within your sight, she's gonna be feeling so much love and so much good that she's gonna be in a real good, happy mood, feeling bliss. And then it gets to the point when you talk to her and approach her, especially if you rent or buy the first video of my master level pickup course, was pretty much the first video talking about how to approach girls in person. And you approach the girl and you follow the advice from that video, and you approach the girl that's pretty much within your sight. And you use the right approach, or I guess you could say pickup line, but you introduce yourself in the right way where you show yourself, where you introduce yourself immediately as a high value master, as a high value provider in the right way, in lifestyle with swag, smoothness, coolness, confidence, naturally. Sending on the signals, the girl's pretty much gonna not fall in love with you right there, but she's gonna be really, really interested in you. And if you pretty much watch the 3rd video of my loveism course, master level pickup course, where you learn how to hold a high value conversation with a girl and get her number, and also teach her how to get easy hookups, you'll be able to 100% get that girl's number and probably hook up with her either that same day, or within the same week, or within the same month. You get her number. But here's a quick tip, real quick. If you do get a girl's number, always ask her if you could call her today. Maybe let's say example, let's say 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and you pretty much been talking to a girl for 10 minutes, and you ask her for her number. Whether you decide to pay for it or not is up to you. I mean, it depends. I mean, I feel like I have no problem paying a girl for her number, because I feel like that shows power, confidence, And that shows that money's not a problem for me, that I don't care about money, that I like to give, and that I'm willing to invest in the girl financially and every other way as well. So I think pretty much offering even $5 to get a girl's number could either go really good and show that you're a high value provider and that you're willing to invest in her financially, or it could go bad where she thinks you're treating her like a whore and she'll give you a fake number, or she'll just walk away from you, or maybe she'll even slap you for offering her money for a number. It depends. You gotta feel out the girl to pretty much figure out what her isms, her energy is like, and pretty much figure out whether you should either offer her money for a number or just ask her for a number in a smooth, cool, confident, honest love, to honest signal, says how to love us in way, or even a bit of unconditional love as well in way, whatever. Combine everything I just said just now. I said a lot of different things just now. Combine all that and ask for a number in an interesting, unique, cool way, and then you get her number for free. But it depends. I feel like